Where were you born, Mimi?
Shelby, North Carolina. That's in Cleveland County.
Okay. How many siblings did you have?
I was the youngest of 9 children.
Wow.
Can you tell us their names?
Yes, the first one's name was Etta. The next one was Hattie. The next one was Ari. The next one was Verdi. The next one was Darvid. The next one was Velvy, Mamie, JL, and myself.
Wow.
Okay. How old were you when World War II started?
Well, that was in 1941, December the 7th, 1941. I was in high school, and I was probably either, I don't know whether I was a senior or not, but what age would that be?
Maybe 16
Or yes, 16 or 17.
Okay. What were your parents' names?
John Oliver and Lusty Oates Wilkie.
Where? Can I ask a question?
Okay.
I'm sorry. Where did they grow up? Do you remember?
I have it in the Bible, I think, but
Okay.
right off.
Yeah.
But in western North Carolina, it could have been Watauga County, one of them, and the other one, I'm really not sure. But it was both of them were in western North Carolina.
Okay. How did you meet Daddy Jim?
His brother lived near my parents, and his brother introduced me to him before, at the time he told me about him, Daddy Jim was in Panama. He served about 3 years in Panama, and so when he come home, his brother brought him and introduced me to Daddy Jim. And we started talking and writing, and eventually he told me, his brother said, I want you to marry my brother.
Aw.
And it happened.
Aw. What was his brother's name? Which brother was this?
Boyce.
Boyce. Okay.
Do you remember Boyce and Maud? That's Merle and Dinah.
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Oh,
Father.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. How old were you when you got a television set? When your family got a television?
Oh, we were already married, Daddy Jim and me, and we were married in 1943. And he went overseas for a year, and I lived with my parents. Of course, they had a black and white that they got while I was there. That was like in 44. But when Daddy Jim and I got one, it was after we started housekeeping, and that was probably about the time your mother was born, your grandmother was born in 1947.
Wow. Was it black and white?
Black and white was our first one.
Did you ever have any pets?
Have any what, please?
Pets, like dogs or cats?
Oh, yes. Your grandmother had a little dog named Sassy. And she really was a sassy little thing. She was a Chihuahua. And then your Aunt Tiffany had one a neighbor gave her for her birthday one year, and she named it Rocky because she saw it nibbling on rocks. And they also had parakeets.
When you were growing up, did you have a pet?
Oh, no.
No.
With 9 children,
Yeah.
it was hard to have a pet, too.
What, can I ask one question? What did your dad do?
My father was a carpenter. He was a
Oh.
supervisor over people at a plant
Uh-huh.
that kept houses and the plant all in working order.
Oh, nice.
But he was a very good carpenter, and in turn, his oldest son, Darvin, was a very good carpenter.
And did you guys live near the plant? Did you grow up?
Yes. We had
What was the name of the plant?
Ella, Ella.
Okay.
We had one of the larger homes because my daddy was a supervisor of outside work on the houses and all. And he kept ours up very nice.
It's nice.
Okay, what did you play with as a kid? Did you have any special toy that you liked to play with?
Well, of course, we played a lot of hopscotch. Do you know what that is? And we played jump rope. And then there was an area which they made a tennis court, but it was dirt. It wasn't cemented like between two of the homes, and we played a lot of tennis. And we also played volleyball there. And the boys all played baseball. We had large baseball fields. The girls did not play baseball at that time. It was just boys.
Did you have a doll or anything that you
Oh,
loved?
yes, I had dolls.
Can I ask one more question? Who did you share a room with? Velvy?
My sister, most of the time.
Mm-hmm.
The other sisters were older.
Okay.
All four of them were married by that time, the four older ones.
Okay.
And Velvy and I usually shared a room.
How old were you when you started going to school?
When I started going to school,
Yes.
6, I suppose. I was born in August 24th, so you had to be 6 before the 1st of September
Oh, okay.
in order to start. We did not have kindergarten in those
Right.
days.
What was the best moment in your life?
Oh.
The best moment when I got a letter from Daddy Jim saying he had been liberated as a prisoner of war in Germany.
That is a good one.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's really it.
You said that you had a brother that was also a prisoner of war, or not?
Wasn't
He
a
was
prisoner,
missing.
but he was in the Navy, and his boat was torpedoed, but it was still functioning and floated for several weeks in the Pacific, and they didn't have any way to prepare food. You know, they just ate the rations that they had, but they were finally rescued.
Oh.
And the ship or boat was pulled into the nearest, and I don't know where that was.
Which brother was that?
Mamie.
Mamie. Oh. Wow.
But that was 2 or 3 weeks that we were awfully concerned about him since we didn't hear anything. But then we heard from him, and they were rescued.
All right. Well, I'm gonna stop it for a little bit.